Hey guys, today we're going to do injectors on the D13. My name is Ed, the diesel boss, and we're going to be replacing the injectors today. We have removed the air duct, the EGR crossover pipe, and the compressor crossover pipe. We're going to be removing the valve cover, and then we're going to see the rocker shafts and the rocker bridges and everything else. We're going to be removing the engine brake spacers. It's important to remove them because when you do your valve adjustment, they have to be removed. And you remove your rocker arm bolts. Engine brake solenoid uses 10mm bolts, and there's one all the way on the rocker shaft is a number 18 socket, uses it short. And remove your rocker arm bolts. Don't forget to put a rag all the way in the back of the engine right here, because if you have one of the rockers fall in there or anything that's, rocker shaft, any bridges or the bolts that you take off from this whole rocker shaft inside there, it is really complicated to get that out. You will need to take off the whole back portion of the engine and the transmission to take it out. And we're going to be using the professional tool that's Volvo makes. It has a part number right here if you guys need it. I'll clear it out like that. And it's to pick up the rocker shaft. Hey, get basic wear bands to tie down the exhaust plungers. They're located right here, and just tie it off right here. So all 6 of them have to be tied off so those plungers don't come out. As you see, when the bridge stays, they don't fall out. If like this one right here, you let it go, it's gonna fall out. Like you kind of knock on it, you see it's falling out. So that's what the rubber bands are for. Get the tool, put it on top of the rockers, tight it down gently, not too much. And you're gonna have some of them fall out. Set it right here. They don't fall. These are your bridges. Make sure when you take these off, and these right here, little cut-ins, face that way. Disconnect the little thing right there. Press it down and remove. Disconnect and remove. Disconnect, remove. Disconnect, remove, disconnect, remove, and disconnect, remove. Put the wire like this. Some people like it hanging down. Your 14mm wrench or a socket, and place it in here and just gently comes out. These are the injectors. You pop them out like this. Oh, I popped them out the screw, with a professional tool. We're going to show you up and close right now. As you can see, there's a perfectly straight ring on it, but a lot of buildup. This ring gets warped sometimes, and that's when your cup is going out in and out, and it starts leaking. You're having a hard start. You have a number right here for the part number, and there's a number that you encrypt into a computer. You have to put it in, and you have to put this injector with the number 1 cylinder, really important, or you'll get really bad fuel economy. The 4th cylinder, and that's the one that's called the egg shape already. As you can see, that injector, it is no good. It's fully warped. The metal is done, destroyed. And we'll go to the 5th one, warped. No good too, all the way through. And let me see this one. And this one is getting warped too. So this one needs basically a new 6-pack, and I will show you right now how this looks like. That's how the new injectors look like. You see these lines, they have upgraded them a little bit. Perfectly good. New injectors, they give you a cup, a brand new cup, and a bolt where the injector seats in. It's the hold down for the bolt. That goes to the hold down for the injector. This is the hold down. And that's it. There's 6 of them. And I will show you how to do the process of cleaning it inside. Make sure that there's no warp inside the injector boring where it goes. The injector sits in. There's sometimes warps in there, or it could crack. The head could crack, So you have to really expect that really good, because sometimes a guy's back, they'll put the injectors in there, they'll knock it all out, and a couple thousands of miles later, the guy calls back and says, hey, I'm getting gases back in, and my coolant is over exposing into the tank again, making a combustion. and it could be because of a cracked head inside. So these are the tools. This is your exhaust plunger's tools. So this tool goes into a vise, the exhaust plunger goes in here, the adapter sits right here, and you check it, you put it in like this. I'll show you. You put it in like that, into a vise, put an adapter as a, again, snap on, put it in, unscrew it. If it sometimes unscrews, that's no good. You unscrew this whole thing out, you clean it up, tighten it in about 2 threads, put a little bit of thread locker, and then tighten it down to 27 foot-pounds. So these are the tools to install injector cups and remove injector cups. As you can see, it's right here. This is the tool, and this is the upgraded tool to install them. Used to be a different one, now it's this one. It's the best one, really easy to work. Basically tightens it down, pushes it back out, and I will show you right now how it does. So the cup goes on here. You screw it all the way back. I don't have the O-ring on here right now because I'm just showing you how it's done. O-ring goes here. Compound, it's about pinkish kind of compound, Volvo. I have one, I think, right here. It's a Volvo compound, like this looks like, goes right on here. This spray primer, put this on there, and then it's gonna go into the cylinder head. That's how you remove the cup. Push your wrench right here, kind of gently go like this, and it's out. These are all the 6 old cups. This is the tool, it spreads out basically. Really expensive. So now we're gonna do the cleaning procedures and installations. So this is when it's dirty and all that gunk in there. As you can see, if you go in there like this with the light, you'll see it's really dirty, and we're gonna do a cleaning process right now. And it's the cleaning process. Now you see how clean it gets in there, and make sure you have no coolant left in there whatsoever, because you're gonna put that injector cup inside. Has to have no coolant. As you can see, I'll go like that. The light is in there a little bit, and you'll see it's right in the hole, nice and clean. And when you're putting it in, make sure you put something inside there like a screwdriver long, and turn the engine when you sit in that cup in, because sometimes the piston could be all the way up and you won't be able to put the cup in. So put a little bit of Lucembe lube, little black stuff right here. It comes in the box with the injectors. Push it down into the hole. Use a screwdriver if you don't have this, and check for the clearance so it's cleared all the way, so your piston doesn't hit this. And you put it in nice and tight in there. You grab an injector, hold down, lift this, all the way, and then you push it in. That's it. And this is how you rotate this engine to have your engine cylinder sit down. Spin it by the alternator, and you put it down. The engine, the engine goes down. And it's all the way. And this is how you install the injector. Place it in here. Make sure it's straight right here, and pop it. See, it popped. And you kind of twist that bolt. So this is where we get our specs from, torque patterns. We go down, it'll show you the gear plate, how to reseal it. These are all professional Volvo specs. You gotta take it down to 15 foot-pounds. Right there. Second step, the light, and we'll do 180 degrees. 180 degrees. And again, Snap-on is the best version to go with this, because if you're doing 180 degrees, it's going to show you exact. and torquing down to 18 foot-pounds. At 22, and then you're gonna do 90 degrees step 5. That's the final step. You push it down, and you're doing 60, and you got 90. So after the repair, rubber band, twist it off, and put it in here, and tap it around like that. And we do all 6 exhaust plungers on each rocker. Engine brake, engine brake, engine brake, engine brake, engine brake, engine brake. Those are all the ones that have them. And make sure you do that. Thank you. And these are called valve bridges. Make sure this little cutout always faces left side of the engine, well, the driver's side, and these ones go like this. And you go in order like this, all nice and tucked, all the way here. And always make sure they're on good. Check them like this, even when you put in the rockers. And show you all the way how this is done. And that's it. All nice. Okay, grab a rag, push it on here, set that all the way through, and make sure you check all these, you check them. The ones that we're putting on, the valve bridges, always check them. Always make sure everything is good, everything nice and tight, nothing slipped off from the exhaust valve, intake valve, none of that, Check it all out. You see, put the big one first, right in here. Sometimes you kind of gotta jiggle it. There you go, popped in, popped in, popped in, all in, nice and tight. And we're gonna torque down to specifications. We're gonna do 44 foot-pounds, and there's a procedure on there. I'll show you in the scripts, but this is what you do. You do 44 foot-pounds, and there's eight steps. So I'm Ed the Diesel Boss, 916-385-6943, 916-385-6943. Come into my shop and it'll be a pleasure to work on your truck.